story coming in at this hour. BSF troops have apprehended a Pakistani national near the border fence in Punjab's Tarn Taran district. On the other hand, an Afghan national was also apprehended in Gurdaspur. For more on this, I have my colleague Gursimran, who is reporting live from Jammu. Gursimran, a very good morning to you. Two such incidents have happened, both in Punjab. A Pakistani and an Afghan national, they have been apprehended by the police, by the border forces over there. Please take us through this latest incident of infiltration bid in Pakistan, in Punjab.
Yes, Nikita, two attempts of intrusion into the Indian territory have been foiled by the allied troops of the Border Security Force. First incident came into being. It was an Afghan national who was apprehended in the Gurdaspur, and upon question, he was speaking the Pashto. What the security forces could make out that he was guided by someone in the Pakistan to head towards the Indian border. Now he has been apprehended and handed over to the local police station. The joint security agencies are also questioning him about his whereabouts, because since he is speaking Pashto, it is becoming really difficult to get the details that how he managed to sneak into the Indian territory. Now coming to the second incident that has been reported in the Tarn Taran. This time it is a Pakistani national aged 16 years old who crossed over to the Indian side. Now when he was questioned by the intelligence agencies in the Tarn Taran, it came into being that he was well aware of its surroundings, that which area he has come from, which is the nearby areas of the border, and that's why, keeping this in view, he has been handed over to the Tarn Taran police. Important to mention, and in both the cases, that is what we are learning from the Punjab police, that the case will be registered under the relevant sections of the Foreign Act, because they were well aware that they were crossing the borders, and now this is the breach of the international norms and the breach of the Foreign Act IPC that is in place, and now a legal action will be initiated against the both. But yes, one thing is very clear, that the troops on ground are very alert, and when they saw these two sneaking into the Indian territory, they apprehended them, and they also made it very sure that since there is no threat from the other side, they didn't fire at these two people, and they apprehended them.
All right, Gursimran, thank you so much for sharing these details with us. Viewers, our colleague Gursimran just shared with us that two individuals, two nationals, one of Pakistan, one of Afghanistan, they were apprehended by the BSF in Punjab, in Tarn Taran and in Gurdaspur. The two are being questioned for their motive. As our colleague Gursimran just shared with us, both these individuals are very well aware of crossing the borders and are well versed with what they have done. The Pakistani national is 16 years of age, while the Afghan national has been only talking in Pashto. With the Uttarakhand cabinet approving the draft uniform civil code, the government is all set to table the UCC bill today amid the special 4-day session of the assembly. Once implemented, Uttarakhand will become the first state after independence to adopt the uniform civil code.
हम सबको प्रतीक्षा थी, प्रदेशवासियों को इसका इंतज़ार था, और हमारे 1.25 करोड़ केवल उत्तराखंड के लोग ही नहीं, बल्कि पूरे देश के लोग इसकी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हैं कि उत्तराखंड की विधानसभा में ये कब आएगा, कब पारित होगा। तो बहुत जल्दी हमारी सबकी जो प्रतीक्षा है वो समाप्त हो रही है, और कल इसको हम लोग विधानसभा में प्रस्तुत करेंगे, और आगे जो विधेयक के रूप में जो औपचारिकताएं होती हैं, चर्चा होती है, वो सभी चर्चा होगी। मेरा जो हमारे अन्य दलों के भी साथी हैं, उन सबसे भी अनुरोध रहेगा, क्योंकि पूरा देश इस समय उत्तराखंड को देख रहा है, और एक ये युगांतकारी समय है उत्तराखंड के लिए। पूरी देश की नज़र हमारी तरफ है कि ये बिल किस प्रकार से आता है, किस प्रकार की यहाँ चर्चा होती है। सभी लोग सकारात्मक रूप से चर्चा में भाग लें, मातृशक्ति के उत्थान के लिए, राज्य के अंदर रहने वाले, हर पंथ, हर समुदाय, हर धर्म, जिसका हमने विधानसभा चुनाव से पहले उत्तराखंड की देवतुल्य जनता के सामने संकल्प रखा था कि नई सरकार के गठन होते ही हम सभी धर्मों के लिए एक समान कानून लाने के लिए काम करेंगे, समान नागरिक संहिता लाएंगे। वो समय हमारा आ गया है और हम सब गौरवान्वित हैं कि ये मौका, ये सौभाग्य उत्तराखंड को मिल रहा है, जिसके देश को लंबे समय से जिसकी आवश्यकता थी, और कल विधेयक के रूप में आएगा। आने के बाद फिर आप सबसे चर्चा करेंगे।
सर, लोकसभा में पेपर लीक बिल लाया गया है सर उत्तराखंड के गठन में।
देखिए, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हमारे युग दृष्टा हैं, भविष्य को देखने वाले हैं, देश के हर एक जनगण मन की वो चिंता करते हैं और आगे आकर नौनिहालों के, कर्णधारों के, नौजवानों के, युवाओं के या प्रतिभागी परीक्षाओं में भाग लेने वाले जो हमारे भाई बहन हैं, उनके जीवन में किस प्रकार की कठिनाइयाँ इस नकल के कारण आती हैं वो भली भांति जानते हैं और वो वह सब काम करते हैं जो देश को जिसकी ज़रूरत होती है। इस नकल विरोधी कानून की भी देश को ज़रूरत है और वो प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में धरातल पर उतर रही है।
All right, viewers, for more on this, I would go to my colleague Madhurima. Madhurima, very good morning to you. Now, the Uttarakhand government is all set to table the bill in the ongoing assembly over there. And if implemented, what would be the mood and implications of the same?
Well, Nikita, good morning to you too. And remember that the Dhami government, ahead of the elections in the state, had promised that as and when they will come into power in the state of Uttarakhand, they will start implementing and start working on the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code. And fulfilling that promise, on February 2nd, the committee for the Uniform Civil Code, after conducting 72 hectic meetings and detailed discussions and taking suggestions from over 2 lakh people on the web portal that they had launched, and 20,000 people personally had drafted this final draft that was presented to the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Pushkar Singh Dhami, on February 2nd. Yesterday, the special session of the Uttarakhand Assembly that has been called for this particular implementation began, and today is the day when it's going to be tabled. As per your question as to what would be their implication, the intention behind bringing UCC in the state is equal and reformed rights for all, specifically women. And after this particular draft comes in, the aspirations that went behind making this draft intended to make sure that there's equality specifically for women as far as inheritance is concerned, as far as marriage right is concerned, adoption rights are concerned. All this will be awarded to women through this particular reform. We'll have to wait and watch as to how opposition reacts to it, because from today, the detailed discussion on what every faction there at the Uttarakhand Assembly feels about it, we'll hear it from 11 a.m. today onwards. Nikita.
All right, Madhurima. Now, what I want to ask you is that during his address, Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami also said that UCC, the Uniform Civil Code, is something. In fact, he also mentioned that how, if implemented, Uttarakhand is going to be the first state after independence to do so. And he also added that this is the need of the hour. He particularly highlighted that statement that the country needs UCC. Now, you just spoke about how it will change the lives of women. Madhurima, please take us through the key takeaways of UCC that made Dhami say something like this.
Well, what's in the draft will be discussed today, but what we are learning as of now is that there are crucial aspects in it that are going to help women. The draft has been divided into 4 sections. The first section has the expert committee report in it. The second section has the draft code in it. The third section had, all the interactions that were held within the committee, and of course the pros and cons that were discussed during the report. All the thought processes in the third section of the UCC draft, and in the fourth draft, there is a conclusion. So we'll have to see that how every section of it, there are going to be detailed discussions, and all the participants of the Uttarakhand Assembly are going to mull over it, keep their opinions. We'll have to wait and watch as to what really comes out of it. But yes, it should be no problem for the Dhami government to pass it, because out of 70 they have 47 seats, so that is not going to be a problem. But yes, what does the opposition feels about it? We'll know in just a couple of hours. Nikita.
All right, Madhurima, thank you so much for providing all these details to us about the UCC bill, which is all set to be tabled in Uttarakhand by the government in the assembly today. And I was talking to my colleague Madhurima, who highlighted that what would be the mood if this bill is implemented, and what would be the implications. And she also shared with us that why would Pushkar Singh Dhami say something like that this UCC bill is the need of the hour and the country needs it.